Ever wake up every morning wondering why it is that everything just seems to go rightly for other people when all you manage to do is to just try to keep up? If so, you're not alone. The reality is that most of us are stuck with a broke mentality which denies us the kind of life we would like to live. But what if I told you that a simple adjustment of one's thinking could open the door to a much brighter tomorrow? In this video, we will discover 15 steps towards the first part of a transformational process which will help you to work towards changing your beliefs and become a high-performance individual. After these 15 steps, you will wake up in the morning wanting to move forward and make your financial dreams a reality. In this episode, we explore the idea that what if the key to changing your financial situation and therefore the quality of your life depended solely on changing your mindset. In essence, what we are going to do throughout this video is show you how change can be achieved practically. You'll find out how to remove yourself from the victim mentality where you depend on society to change so that you can get ahead economically. Well then, are you caught up on this process of personal growth and personal development? Let's dive in. Let's face it, it feels like taking a punch to the gut to admit that you can't create wealth like you wanted to, or like all the financial gurus on TV tell you you should be able to do. But here's the thing. Every high performer has been there at some point. They have discovered that their current strategy of doing things is simply not good enough. While it's important to acknowledge that everyone isn't going to get rich overnight, it's also important to understand that there's no such thing as get rich quick. That's just like learning how to ride a bicycle for the first time. And that really isn't a big surprise. Would you learn how to ride a bike without tripping a few times? Now did you? Therefore, where is the good reason for believing that making money would be any different? Look at this chance as a process of change and transformation for the better part of you. The first point about thinking better is knowing where you stand. I assure you that upon doing so, you are well on your way to a blinding future of new beginning, resilience, and success. This admission makes it possible to learn from people who are already making profits and are enjoying their financial endeavors. Thus, the type of information you get from outside is critical, especially when it has to do with money. As we all know, failing to listen to the right people leads to making wrong decisions and missing other potential opportunities. You wouldn't listen to advice on cooking from someone who boils water, right? In the same way, if a person isn't a good provider in their life, they may not be worth getting advice from financially. Associate yourself with people who are professionals in money-making. It doesn't mean you should avoid all the people who are not rich. Instead, target those who have a spirit to rise up and learn. For example, you may read books on investment written by great investors such as Warren Buffett or Robert Kiyosaki. As such, their perceptions can act as a sound framework from which one may build up her financial literacy levels. This way, filtering all the chatter that may or may not be worth your time, you'll have enough insight into your financial standings to improve your life. For one to really achieve greatness, they need to understand that successful people play a different tune. They do not only have some idea on what they should do, they go ahead and do it well. Therefore, if you always get stuck, do not be surprised to find out that there are knowledge and action gaps that need to be filled. First step is to define something you do not know about earning. Do you know what investment means? The question is, do you know how to balance your budget? Formal reading material includes The Intelligent Investor by Benjamin Graham as an insight into the world of investing. Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin provides people with a perspective of their relationship with money. However, the knowledge is not sufficient. You have to do something about it. Lay down highly realistic targets, which includes a routine amount of savings per month or the purchase of an index mutual fund. The pressure of taking these steps can be daunting, but remember, each ounce of effort and improvement helps build your capacity that results in a better tomorrow. The result? You end up concerned with either hating on the haven'ts or emulating the haven'ts, the idle somebodies. You can't think this way. It will not take you anywhere. It is in fact a stumbling block to your personal development. This one simply logic dictates that you cannot become something that you heinous, thus the energy channel to negativity should be wasteful. Instead, do not focus on negative people, but try to surround yourself only with awesome people whom you would like to become like. For example, it may be worthwhile to look at examples of women such as Sarah Blakely, the lady who created Spanx from scratch. You get influenced by their stories, and the strategies which you adapt will afford you a positive approach to life and hard work. Fill your world with success stories and let them incite you to do something. Just bear in mind that changing your focus is a marked step in the direction of the kind of life you would wish to live. Younger people need to find that fire which will help to change something and make money in the field that is interesting and valuable. When one is aiming at achieving high financial gains, it becomes rather simplistic to blame the society or external environments. But here's the reality. You'll never change the world or your circumstances by blaming society. I suggest that you completely own where you are right now. It is writers so important to make this kind of mindset shift in the process of your self-development as well as in walking through a crisis period. Consider those successful people who improved their station in life, those who turned their lives around and became examples of hope, like Oprah Winfrey, who has had all sorts of adversities yet she pulled through to become a ray of hope to others. Listening to those examples, you can start identifying that your current position is not representative of society, but a chance for change. Begin to ask yourself, what am I doing that I could do differently? Maybe it's spending time to acquire new skills or connecting with people who share similar goals and can guide you through the process. Here, the best personal development advice is to take responsibility for your life to open up a wonderful future. And when it comes to money, especially when you are working towards an end, it is wise to hold your horses and not tell everyone. The fact is that announcing your plans is likely to attract negative comments and opposition from other people, and this is not good if you lack motivation. Think of it this way. Imagine you're baking a cake. If you share the news before even putting it in the oven, people will have something negative to say about your cooking or on your ability to cook. This means that your desire to have your plan perfected lies in the ability to carry out the practice in a secretive manner. Of course, once you have been able to track several accomplishments, then success stories can be given. This not only would save one's eyesight, but also could help one develop immunity to the outside influences. Try writing down your goals, or if possible, talking to a friend or a senior who can help you to fine-tune your goals without prejudice. Thus, when you confine your dreams and only unleash them when you are set to actualize them, you can find that you have a more rewarding process of making money and improving your life. What you do in your life will determine your attitude and also your financial standing on earth. If you find yourself in a company of people who think broke, it is high time that change your company. Self-directed people find themselves in institutions that are surrounded by other directed self-individuals. Seek out professional conferences, seminars, web forums for active people. For instance, by becoming a member of an entrepreneurial association in your neighborhood, you will be in a position to be updated with new approaches that you may use to enhance your economic status. Talking to those people who are obsessed with making money and regretting the time wasted on a specific thought pattern will push you to upgrade your goals. Please remember that many leadership resources state that resilience is best developed with the help of teamwork and collective narratives. Therefore, do not delay, and go forth and network with the people who encourage one to create a better future. Learning how to show restraint with your money is important if you are looking to escape a bad decision-making pattern. People often make unplanned purchases or try to pursue momentary gratification, and all these malicious actions will greatly negatively affect your self-improvement process and the quality of the life you are constructing for yourself. The first step is to monitor your spending. The good application can give you insights into your spending, using for instance the Mint or in-app. He recommends that once you have a clear picture, come up with a workable budget that maps out your courses of action with regards to savings and investments. So for example, you may save 1% of your income for a rainy day or invest in an index mutual fund. People feel a burden of having to conform to the current spending trends in society. However, the strength is in embracing a decision that will enable you to achieve your vision. To that end, when making decisions on where or what to invest, make a conscious decision to do so with an eye towards bettering not only your bank account, but the future as well. Before we bid farewell to this first part of our expedition in reclaiming a healthy mindset from a broke one, it's vital to bear in mind that everything you've learned up to this point are all potentials waiting in the wings to bloom. All the strategies that I've described above are not the recommendations. They are the strong actions that can change your financial situation. So, what actions are you going to take by choosing this knowledge? Are you going to stick with the same negative environment, or are you going to change your life for the better? This is just starting. I hope that this video will help you adopt a better mindset for improvement and growth. In our next video, we will look at more practical strategies. Remember, this is only video 1, so there is so much more to watch for. If this part was useful to you, Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you can catch up with the next step on this life-changing process. To become that, the following steps have suggested. Let's do so and build a future full of opportunities together.